Over the last couple of years, Google for India has emerged as a big platform for Google to announce its big launches in India. And this time, we have Caesar Sengupta, Vice President, Next Billion Users and Payments with us. Thank you for joining us, Caesar.
Thank you so much.
Could you just run us through some of the big highlights of this time's announcements?
So it's actually really exciting. This is the 5th time we are doing Google for India. And as you know, over the last many years, we've been really focused on Indians and solving unique Indian challenges and opportunities. So there's a lot of big announcements we are making tomorrow that cover access with things like Station, getting into many places, with voice, which again, as you know, is a pretty popular modality in India around assistant, as well as multiple languages with different types of with language support across different products, including products like Bolo, Google Lens, which again, in India is very popular. But one of the biggest announcements we are making is the Google Research Center in India, Google Research India. This is going to be based in Bangalore, and we'll have somebody very senior, Manish Gupta, who's an ACM fellow, who will be leading it and building out a team. And this is based on the insight that in many ways, India is leading the world in digital. And whenever we build products for India, we found that they've worked better for the entire world. And so this research team is going to work on foundational AI, on solving challenges that India faces using AI. So that's very exciting. Then we have a couple of really big announcements around Google Pay. So Google Pay, as you know, we launched 2 years back. In fact, 2 years back to this day.
And
were with us.
UPI has just surpassed debit card payments. That's very, very interesting.
Exactly. Bhim UPI has just surpassed debit card payments. But what's exciting is the scale at which it has grown. So just to give you a sense, the month before we launched, August 2017, there were 17 million transactions on Bhim UPI. Last month, there were 918 million transactions.
Wonderful.
That's a 54x increase in 2 years. It's staggering. Never before in digital payments have you seen this kind of growth across the world. So super excited for what we've been able to do with Google Pay. Google Pay today in India has 67 million users, billions of transactions a year. The amount of money that's flowing through Bhim UPI on Google Pay is over like $100
So what are the
billion.
next new features that we are expecting this time?
Yeah, so the 3 big sort of announcements that we're doing. First, actually, before we get into the announcement, one area we're very keen on is enabling donations. Through all the number of tragedies that have happened, from Pulwama attack to floods, we've enabled people to contribute through Google Pay. We're going to make that a permanent feature. But the 3 big new announcements that we're doing tomorrow. First, India today has 800 million debit cards, 50 million credit cards. Around the world, Google Pay, our team supports card payments using a technology called tokenization that we've worked on with the industry that makes payments simpler and more secure because it actually never passes your credentials on. So we're going to bring tokenization to India on Google Pay. This is going to start with Visa cards from HDFC, Standard Chartered, Kotak and Axis. And then roll out and then add MasterCard and RuPay at a later point, and many more banks. But what's exciting is this will allow you to tap and pay in many places. If it's less than 2,000 rupees, it's actually a very easy transaction. You don't really have to authenticate to anything. But what's exciting is we're also going to enable it for QR codes. So Bharat QR, any merchant that takes Visa or accepts and uses Bharat QR, you'll be able to use it. So that's the first big announcement. The second big announcement is a big focus for us has been enabling merchants. And we see tons of merchants accepting payments using Bhim UPI, many of them with Google Pay. Many users use Google Pay to pay merchants. And one of the challenges these merchants face is on how to get validated. Today, to validate a merchant and bring them on, give them higher limits, give them better services, we have to send people. People have to go into the store, check them out, do all the requirements necessary. And so tomorrow we're launching Google Pay for Business. This is an app that any merchant that wants to be validated can download. They can just follow all the necessary requirements, documents, PAN, whatever is needed. And then they start a remote verification process. So which is done over video with the Google agent. And what we think this has really helped take digital payments and merchants accepting digital payments to smaller cities, smaller towns all over India. we're very excited. 2/3 of our users in Google Pay are from tier 2, tier 3 cities.
Great.
So it's a truly cross India for everyone phenomena. So that's the second big announcement.
How is it different from Taste for Business that was announced some time back?
So Taste for Business was more of a program, and it was primarily aimed at the online businesses.
Okay.
This is an app that you're going to download for as a small business to use to take payments, to learn more about your business, and then do the whole validation process.
Okay.
So we're pretty excited about that. The third transaction again is focused on merchants.
Okay.
And we realized, as we spoke to many merchants around, that merchants want to go digital. They want to grow their business with their existing customers. They want to re-engage customers. They want to grow their business beyond their physical neighborhood. Imagine you're a sweet store.
Yeah.
The challenge is, you can create a website, but people are not going to remember your website. You can build an app, but that's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
People aren't going to keep an app for a sweet shop.
Sure.
You'll keep apps for stuff that you do regularly, but not for the infrequent cases. So we thought about how do we enable these people? So we are announcing a new platform tomorrow called the Spot platform.
Okay.
This is powered by Google Pay, and this enables merchants to create commercial branded experiences. This is their brand, they host it. That help them bring these to users with payment, sign-in, everything included, but and go a step further by connecting the offline to the online world.
Wow.
And the way this works is, they build this using HTML and JavaScript, very easy to build. But once you build it out, you get a spot and you get a spot code. A spot code looks kind of like this. You can imagine a spot code in a shop stuck on a wall. When you come with your, you take your phone out, you scan this spot code, and you are instantly able to get straight into that spot. And when you're inside that spot, you can transact directly with the merchant. When you've done the transaction, the merchant can re-engage back with you on the conversation. So maybe, it's a sweet store, and you've placed an order for some cake there, and they can tell you cake is ready for you to pick up.
Okay.
Right? Or if it is a retailer where you've bought something and they're delivering it to you, it can be sent to you. So that's super exciting. So the Spot platform, we think, creates this incredible set of experiences that can let merchants connect the physical world to the digital world.
Okay.
Right? So that's a pretty big announcement. And the last announcement that I want to talk about is jobs.
Yeah.
So as you know, jobs is a very big priority for India overall. There are and while there's lots of sites, and Google launched job search last year to find jobs online, most of them are catered at white collar jobs.
Yeah.
But the entry level jobs, the really the retail store assistant, the delivery person,
it's more in line with the neighborhood stuff that you just told.
Yeah, neighborhood store. That's a completely disorganized sector. Very hard to find those jobs. Very hard for those employers to find the right kind of employees. So we're launching jobs as a spot on Google Pay. So it'll be instantly available to all 67 million users of Google Pay. And what this enables them to do is get matched to the right set of jobs. And we use machine learning and AI to match you to the sort of 10 best jobs that will fit your profile. Depending on your profile, we'll also recommend the right kind of skilling. So if you know how to speak English, you've got sales experience, we may say you learn about mobile phones with this video, and then you can go to a mobile phone retail store, maybe earn a little bit more. And retailers can obviously also put jobs on it. We partnered up with the Skill India program and NSDC. So any NSDC center where you develop a skill, you can now come out and say, okay, how do I leverage this to get a new job?
Sure.
So that's going to come out. You can apply straight for the job on the job spot.
Right.
You can even arrange interviews, engage with the employer. It's again a conversation with your employer directly on Google Pay's conversational UI.
Sure. Google had a fantastic program where you had put Wi-Fi in 400 stations. So is there something more coming up there?
So there is actually a lot coming up. So it's gone well beyond 400 stations, not just beyond those 400, but it's gone out of the stations into the cities.
Sure.
Bangalore, Pune, it's now in hospitals, police stations, public locations, outside many places. There are over 4,000 places now where you can do this. But tomorrow actually we are going to announce a partnership with BSNL where we are starting to take this Google station to a number of villages across Gujarat, Maharashtra, and more over time. So that should actually make public Wi-Fi available in places where really people aren't getting the internet yet. So we're pretty excited about that.
Right.
Google Station, as you know, started off with the train station in India, started off in Bombay Central.
Right.
Now it's in 4 different continents: Mexico, Thailand, across the world.
So a tie-up with BSNL and lots of exciting new features coming up for Google Pay. Thank you so much for joining us, Caesar, today.
Thank you, sir.